Oh, we've made a mess. Oh, it is so. It's been raining for the past week, so everything is just a muddy mess. But we're gonna burn that pasture and one in the back. All right, it's about 8 o'clock here this morning. We got quite a bit to do, but we're gonna go ahead and light this fire. See how well it burns. It is a little damp. We've had a fog all morning, but Lex is over there on the four-wheeler with the water tank. I got a water tank on the front, brush hog in the back, and Warren is slowly but surely coming down the hill in the bobcat with the brush hog. So let's go ahead and start burning. Burning that back or that front field this morning really didn't go as planned, so we're just going to cut all the buffers on this back field right now, and hopefully the sun will come out and dry everything up. So it's definitely a little annoying that the sun hasn't come out yet. Very annoying. But this tractor handles this little 5-foot brush hog like it's nothing. Obviously, I mean, it's 75 horsepower. But basically, the client has about 16 acres back here in this back pasture. This is all hunting land he bought. So he wants us to mow around a few groups of trees, and then just light the field and burn all the rest. That's what we're gonna do. Coming up this hill. To get to that back pasture that's back there, you got to come all the way down this hill, then go up this hill, and then you got to go over here and then around and around and then up. So I'll show you. So they're coming. We got to go down this area right here. Well, it's just annoying because it drops off on the edges pretty far down, and it's even worse over there. So Lex in the four-wheeler, we don't have to really worry about her. She's got those really knobby tires on the Can-Am. So now we got to go through this really deep mud right here. Which is not too bad, but the mower kind of just sinks a lot. So Can-Am doesn't have a problem with it. And I got one more puddle right here to go through. She's gonna go through that. And then we gotta cross through this creek. Isn't too good for that brush hog. Hanging a little low, but Warren can cross it too. and then up this hill. Again, another hill. Well, we got the majority of this field on fire now. It just kind of wraps around here and then goes about that way. And then we have a buffer there, and then obviously a buffer on the edges. But we also have a buffer that runs through the middle of the field, just in case the wind were to shift and blow that way. It'll hit the buffer and slow down a whole bunch. But right now it's back burning pretty nicely, and a lot of these cedar trees are catching on fire, which is very good. Alrighty, let's see. Got the fire burning all over there, and then it's around here. The wind's coming from this direction, so that's all burning into the wind, back burning. They say it's completely under control over there. I know all this is perfectly good. I'm gonna actually climb way up there and take a peek at everything. So as this fire gets to the border, what I'm doing is I'm coming through and running it over with the brush hog. And I've got it on the 540E PTO, so it's going at 600 RPM right now. And this is just completely stopping all the fire right in its tracks. So that brush hog is absolutely amazing. Once it gets all that wind right on top of it, it just puts it out instantly. But it sure makes a heck of a lot of mess. It's extremely dusty. That's what we're doing over here right on the border. Man, everything's burning really nicely. What we did is we basically back burn all the way around, and then we set this whole side on fire, and it just engulfed the entire place and killed all these cedar trees that were in there. Well, we got that whole back section, or actually the front section, all burned up. So now we're gonna go up this super duper steep hill and burn this back section. Now this section is a little hairy just because we're actually going to be catching cedar trees on fire, and they're larger, but nevertheless it should burn okay. It doesn't seem like there's too much wind back here, but let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so I'm going to put out this fire right here. I'll show you kind of what I mean by just going over it with the brush hog. So if I just go slowly over that, and it puts it out almost instantly. Granted, it does make one heck of a mess. And then I'll just go over it again. And all out. I do like watching these trees catch on fire though. I mean, it's really fun just because they're all cedar trees. Once it gets a little bit, it just completely goes up in flames. The downside is though it makes a ton of smoke. So I'm gonna have to start mowing this buffer because we're wanting to keep this group of trees right here. But a few of those trees are going up in smoke right now. I can tell you one thing for sure, we're definitely gonna have to clean the air filters and AC filters after this. Okay, so the wind shifted this way, so I'm going to start a back burn over here, try to get all this to stop. So those flames just met up with this back burn right here, and you can actually see that tree going up right there. So that helped out a whole bunch. This wind just started shifting my way and then a different way. Oh, look at that. That whole tree is going up. That's crazy. It's really cool. It's hot though. It's very hot. Well, here we are kind of on the second square. Basically what we did is we mowed a square all the way around and then we just lit all the way around the square. So it'll hopefully burn right to the center. And now that these bottom edges are all cleaned up, I'm gonna go ahead and light the very top. And that wind will blow all that fire right down into the middle of all this, and then we should be good. Smoky area now. We just lit this entire back corner on fire. Warren and I are both going around and putting out the fire so it doesn't get to the tree line. So far so good, which is all good news. So far so good. Burn is going a lot faster than all the other ones, which is, it's good, but it also makes it a little bit scarier. The faster that the burn goes. I'm not going to say nothing about it, but I hit a tree and boy did that hurt. That kind of sucks. But basically, the faster the burn goes, the higher the flames and the hotter the flames, and then it'll catch all these larger trees on fire a lot better than just a slow back burn would. But so far so good. Also another major benefit of it is it gets the job done super fast. So we're making more money. Which, you know, that's always a plus. But other than that, I don't know if you can see that tree right there. That tree's just in flames. Oh, that's awesome. So is that one over there. They just make so much dang smoke. It's absolutely crazy. But I need to turn around because I'm on Warren's side of everything. Not hit a tree. Raise that back PTO. Oh, wrong way. And then go back this way. All this is burnt out. I can turn my PTO off. Why are you keeping at me now? So now that all this is burned, we really don't have to worry about this side catching on fire. All that's out, and that fire's not going to be able to cross in a 50-foot of burn area. This side, ooh, that is smoky. My goodness. Yeah, all that's about to catch on fire. There. Yeah, all this is good. Alright, cool. I'm just gonna sit here and kind of video the fire as it comes through. But for the most part, we're basically done. Well, there it is. There's the backfield all burned out and mowed. A lot of these trees got burned down, which is great. All we got to do now is just head up there and fuel up all the machines and then go to the next project, whatever we're doing tomorrow. well, actually, it's the next day, and here's the front field, the first field we burned. So this was the beginning of it, and then it was really wet here for this section. So down after this buffer line right here, further down is really where we just started lighting it on fire and letting it go. But it really was a little too late in the year to burn. Got so much green grass around here, and it was just so wet. But this also was pasture. But I'm gonna run down here all the way to the other side of the field, grab the bobcat, bring it all the way back up here, and then walk all the way back down, get the tractor and bring it all the way up here. And Warren's gonna come in with the bobcat and that brush cat on the front and just flip the bobcat in 2-speed and go over all these little cedar trees that are left, as well as all these thorn trees right here. And the client wants to get all those mowed down. He's gonna have this entire pasture overseeded, and then he's getting a whole bunch of food plots put in. So he's gonna use this whole property for hunting land. And he absolutely loves bow hunting. We want to make sure he gets the best product he possibly can out of this. But look at this. This is all I think really cool. So all these, I guess, trails from like mice or animals, so you can kind of see where they were going around after we burned. So I just think that's really cool. Anyways, let's go ahead and get all this started, and then get Warren started on mowing all this. So I was walking down here and just thought I'd show you this part. So this is where a lot more of the trees are at. This is a lot worse. So this is mainly what he's concerned about. All the cedar trees are for sure dead. They're just gonna be ugly. So we want to go ahead and cut those down. But these locust trees and thorn trees, I think these are almost like hedge actually. Those definitely are not dead from that little burn. So we're gonna go ahead and get all this cut down. Well, here it is, basically all finished up. Oh my goodness, that took a lot longer than I had expected. I don't know, it's probably like a 20-acre field though. So all that's done. If you guys did like the video though, please hit the subscribe button, and also don't forget to leave the video a thumbs up, a like. That'll really help it out with searching and all that. But other than that, I think I'll catch you guys in the next one.